You have to remember that. My mother, I have to decimate her as well. This is business. It's just business. Nothing personal.
So when you brought your feelings into the ring, did that interfere with your ability to win?
Absolutely, yeah. Because once your feelings are in the ring, you think about, wow, I don't want to get hit, I'm this and that, and you're apprehensive. And once you're apprehensive, it's over with. Hey, listen, right? It was good while it lasted for Jake, okay? It was good while it lasted. Not gonna last much longer. You're fat, Jake.
Mike Tyson recently delivered a fierce attack on Jake Paul, threatening to ruin Jake's boxing career and sparking controversy in the boxing world. What specifically incited Tyson, who is always fierce? Let's dissect everything. Stay until the very end for the full story. Becoming a genuine contender doesn't come from 4 years of celebrity boxing. Jake Paul, however, doesn't seem to accept this. He appears to be the next big thing in professional boxing, boasting online about defeating retired athletes and MMA fighters. In interviews, he has been taunting Tyson and hurling numerous insults at the legendary boxer. Just when we thought Mike Tyson was above it all, he delivered a verbal knockout in front of millions at a press conference in Arlington, Texas. This led us to believe that Jake had locked himself in a room crying. This was no typical comedy show.
In his prime, he's fat. He should be lean and mean. He's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off over there. He's fat. I thought, did you start training already?
Give people here, because I see you as a very authentic, transparent, like, no, you're not putting any kind of like, you're Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Like you're yourself.
I'm gonna say something very simple. All of us have adversities in our life. We lose people and everything. But my situation was, I want to be up more than anybody in the world want me to be down. So that's why I'm right here talking to him. Because I don't let nobody bring me down. No one can bring me down. They can shoot me, they can put me in prison, but they can't stop me from being the greatest at what I do.
In the boxing world, Mike Tyson is well known, and it's understood that his arena is not kids' play. Usually silent until pushed to the brink, Tyson then unleashes a merciless strike. He recently verbally attacked Jake Paul in public, and to be honest, it will take Jake a while to get over the emotional trauma. Even more shocking was Tyson's claim that he has evidence suggesting all of Jake's previous victories were rigged. This topic we'll cover later in the video. During an interview, Tyson initially praised Jake's accomplishments but then dropped a bombshell, alleging the fights were rigged, with opponents paid to take a dive. He went on to say that Jake's defense is practically non-existent, his punches lack force, and his footwork is clumsy. The notion that Jake might ever truly be a contender was dismissed by Tyson as a joke. Silent no longer, Tyson produced receipts, records, and statements from informants corroborating his allegations about Jake's rigged bouts. The boxing community was shocked by these revelations, raising serious questions about the integrity of the celebrity boxer and casting doubt on Jake's entire boxing career. In the meantime, social media has exploded with reactions. Supporters are split. Some applaud Tyson for stating what they believe is the obvious, while others defend Jake, claiming that Tyson's attack is motivated by jealousy or a need to remain relevant. Memes and hashtags are trending, making this boxing rivalry a major online event. Tyson has a history of breaking bones, and it doesn't appear that getting older has softened him. Taking on the legendary Mike Tyson should be done with apprehension because there will undoubtedly be repercussions. Joe Rogan even mentioned that Tyson's punches feel like being hit by a truck. One thing is clear from this: the feud won't be ending anytime soon. At the Arlington press conference, Tyson responded with a verbal smackdown masterclass that left Jake looking like a lost sheep. With 44 knockouts in 58 fights, Tyson has amassed one of the fiercest records in history. At age 20, he became the youngest heavyweight champion, a remarkable achievement by any standard. On his podcast, Hotboxing with Mike Tyson, Tyson was blunt: "I'm going to destroy him. This is not a game." He laughed off Jake's boxing career, saying Jake hasn't really faced a legitimate fighter yet. Upon closer inspection, Tyson isn't far from the truth. Tyson's name is synonymous with strength and violence. He follows a serious training regimen, and coach Rafael Cordero has made it abundantly clear that this fight is not your typical high school prank. Citing Tyson's unwavering work ethic and capacity to out-train boxers half his age, Cordero emphasized the seriousness of Tyson's preparation. There is no denying the vastly different backgrounds and skill sets between Tyson and Jake. Tyson's statement at the Arlington press conference dealt a crushing blow to Jake's arrogance. Jake has been enjoying his victories over non-boxers, but now he has to contend with a true living legend who will devour him before the bell rings. The entire world is watching Tyson get ready to go into the ring because they know Jake has unleashed a real ring beast. Tyson's readiness to fight and his intense preparation signal that Jake is in for more than just a match. He's stepping into the ring with a formidable opponent whose reputation precedes him. Tyson's verbal takedown and the revelations about Jake's alleged rigged fights have cast a long shadow over Jake's boxing career. As the controversy unfolds, the boxing community and fans worldwide are eager to see how this high-stakes rivalry will play out. Whether Tyson's claims hold water or not, one thing is certain. This clash between the legendary boxer and the YouTube star turned fighter has become an event of monumental proportions.
Me too. I'm getting ready for you.
No, I think Mike Tyson knows more than Jake Paul will ever know.
Well, he might know more, but that doesn't mean you might know more than Jake Paul. But
it does mean something. It means something because that's what he did as a living, and that's what he did as a living. And he's one of the greatest fighters in the world that ever did it.
yeah, but he did it. Jake Paul does it. That counts for a lot too.
He does what?
He's a boxer, so he's
How many
current
boxers
though.
have you fought?
He's just
How
got
many
done
boxers
fighting a
have you
boxer. He
fought?
just got done fighting a boxer.
Exactly. 1, 2. He lost to one, and he beat.
His
beat
first
the
10
other one.
fights, he fought tougher people than Tyson fought his first 10
Yeah,
fights.
he sure did. He fought MMA fighters that don't know nothing about boxing.
Seated fans are paying close attention, noticing this isn't a joke. Mike Tyson is preparing like he's in his prime. Meanwhile, Jake Paul has been training with BJ Flores using cutting-edge techniques. But he hasn't faced a fighter like Tyson. Tyson emphasized that the experience of a true boxing legend cannot be duplicated by sophisticated training. Jake's modern methods may create buzz on social media, but Tyson's raw strength and old-fashioned perseverance define a champion. Experience in the ring is something you cannot fake, as Tyson makes clear.
You really thought I was partying? We out here, high altitude, Colorado Springs, with the Olympians Team USA Boxing. Let's get it. Let's go.
Tension at the press conference was palpable as two boxing icons from distinct eras squared off. Encouraged by his wins over non-boxers and a horde of social media fans, Jake Paul exuded a youthful confidence that charged the air. Across from him stood Mike Tyson, the titan of professional boxing, exuding a subdued intensity that spoke volumes. Tyson's record of triumphing over illustrious figures cast a long shadow over the proceedings. His words, weighted with decades of ring experience, grew heavier with each sentence. Amid the media frenzy, Tyson's former opponent and current boxing sage, Evander Holyfield, issued a warning. He said Paul was undervaluing Tyson, emphasizing that Tyson was more than just a name from the past.
One thing to fight athletes, another thing to fight KSI. What in the hell went through your mind when you said, you know what, I want to fight Mike Tyson? I love the biggest challenges in the world. That's what's made my whole entire career, is taking big.
Unfazed, Jake Paul persisted in his provocative remarks on social media, adamantly asserting that he is boxing's future and that Tyson's career is coming to an end. His comments caused a stir in the boxing community, provoking discussion and criticism from followers and enthusiasts who view Tyson as an iconic figure. As the fight draws near, all odds favor Tyson, indicating that both experts and fans believe his background and skill in the ring will outweigh Paul's arrogance. Observing Paul's antics, analysts interpreted his approach as a major diversion aimed at Tyson. Another legendary fighter, Lennox Lewis, commented that Paul was poking a lion he can't control. This was significant because Tyson's intense training schedule suggested a comeback and showed that his years of experience hadn't tempered the intensity that made him a formidable opponent in his prime. The boxing world held its breath in anticipation. Would Tyson's experienced skill match Paul's youthful exuberance? Only the fight will reveal the answer. Paul lives in the comfortable world of social media, but the boxing ring is a stark contrast. Tyson's punches are more than just blows. They can send an opponent to another planet. Opponents who face Tyson consider themselves fortunate to have survived his devastating blows. It's concerning that Paul appears to be avoiding the unpleasant reality ahead of him. Tyson's punches are powerful and precise, far from ordinary. Though Paul's antics have kept his name in the news, they have done little to prepare him for the difficult task ahead. The reality of the ring lies with the legend, and all the online discussions will only conclude there. Tyson's record of defeating opponents is not just a compilation of wins, but also evidence of his unparalleled strength and skill. Despite his strength and resilience, Tyson was defeated in the 4th round of his 1988 fight against Larry Holmes. Paul continues to mock Tyson, but it becomes increasingly clear how serious the situation is that he is entering. This is a real bout against one of the greatest boxers of all time, not just another exhibition on YouTube. Jake Paul has always approached boxing with a mindset that falls short of fully appreciating the seriousness of the sport. He appeared to challenge Mike Tyson on impulse, without considering the repercussions. Jake, now 27, grew up in a world dominated by social media, which can distort perceptions of reality. His boxing career is a highly instructive example of precision planning and execution. He has taken great care to avoid fights with actual professional boxers, mostly choosing opponents from other sports. In his first fight, Jake set the tone by stopping YouTuber Digi Olatunji, who had never boxed professionally, by TKO in the 5th round. After that, Jake competed in more high-profile fights against non-boxers to pique public curiosity, which he succeeded in doing. He promptly stopped Sungib, another YouTuber, via first-round TKO. In November 2020, he famously stopped former NBA player Nate Robinson in the 2nd round. Despite Robinson's impressive athletic background as an NBA champion, he had no prior boxing experience. Ben Askren, a former mixed martial arts fighter known more for his wrestling prowess than his striking ability, was Jake's next opponent. Jake defeated him in the 1st round. Rather than emphasizing real boxing, Jake Paul's career appears carefully crafted to capitalize on public enthusiasm and interest. When he faces seasoned professionals, questions arise about the caliber of his opponents and his true boxing prowess. Jake Paul has carefully considered his opponents, avoiding seasoned professional boxers and actual danger. His deliberate strategy has allowed him to build an impressive record while sparing him from real challenges. Using his celebrity status, Jake has turned his fights into lavish media spectacles that generate large pay-per-view revenues. Despite the controversy, his approach has been successful. Jake's record is 9 wins, 6 by knockout, and 1 loss. However, these victories have only been obtained against amateur fighters, drawing significant criticism in the boxing world, with many questioning the legitimacy of his accomplishments. As the fight with Tyson approaches, the contrast between Jake's carefully curated career and Tyson's legendary status becomes stark. The boxing community and fans worldwide are eager to see if Jake's confidence and modern training can stand up to Tyson's raw power and extensive experience. This fight is shaping up to be more than just a contest of skills. It's a clash of eras and approaches to the sport. Whether Jake's bravado and unconventional path will hold up against Tyson's legacy will soon be revealed in the ring.